Hola, it's Kaipacha with the Weekly Pele Report for September 18th of 2019. And this is a big week. It's a weekly report, and you know, this week, today actually, is maybe a day that we've all been kind of waiting for some time now. Saturn is stopped, and you may feel stopped. I'm going to talk about that. Stationing, but it is, the good news is, it's turning direct. Hallelujah. After like 6 months of going retrograde, the big old boy is going straight again. Things are going to start moving forward. And then another big one on Saturday, Jupiter with its third square to Neptune. It first came into square Neptune in January, then went retrograde in March, and now it's coming back for its third pass. It's going to be going, you know, it's going to be moving into some good new Neptune-free territory. And, you know, Monday, the sun. The sun is shifting. It is the equinox. Dun, 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 dun. Equal day and equal night. The sun will be moving nicely into Libra, out of this month of Virgo. However, I gotta say, you know, the sun is leaving Mars behind. Okay, Mars is still in Virgo, and we're still gonna be feeling, okay, you know, a little bit of that Virgo energy going on. You know, like you already are probably now. All right. And what else is happening? Well, you know, the moon is, of course, she's moving into her third quarter square. That's going to be at late Gemini, and 28 degrees, 49 minutes. I mean, I want to get up here to this other waterfall, but it's kind of hard to walk and talk and climb at the same time with the frickin' video. All right, anyway, check that out, huh? It's the rainy season around here, and this is a lot of times just dripping, but we have had so much rain. It's amazing. So, anyway, last but not least at all is Mercury and Venus both squaring Saturn, squaring the moon's nodes from Libra up to Saturn in Capricorn. Okay, and I'm going to be talking about that one quite a bit. Saturday, the moon moves into Cancer, stays through there and hits the north node, makes kind of a T-square with Mercury, Venus, Saturn, and the nodes as she conjuncts her own north node. And then on Tuesday, she goes into Leo. All right, let me find a spot here and see if I can talk. Alright, I better get going with this sucker before I get eaten alive, man. The wet season's also the mosquito season. Ah! Mother Nature. My goodness. I tell you, we're really getting reminded how important Mother Nature is. You know, Uranus moving into Taurus. Well, I mean, Uranus is in Taurus now, and it's going to be there another 7 years, 6 years or so. And we can already see it's inching up. Uranus is the great awakener, and it's awakening us to the fact that we better get it together. The Amazon burning, okay, Mother Nature with the hurricanes and the climate changes, and now Indonesia is on fire, 800,000 acres over there. Again, people setting fires, you know, to clear land, I think for palm oil or something, you know. And these are resources. It's all about resources, and Taurus is about resources. And, you know, Capricorn and Virgo, this is the earth signs. We're really getting like major red flags here. Another resource is oil, right? So, you know, we just had the Saudi get bombed, you know, and this changes. Market fluctuations with sudden, unexpected twists and turns, rises in prices, falling in prices. There's going to be a lot more tumultuous behavior on the world stage. And you may also be feeling it within yourself because, you know, Taurus, we've all got Taurus somewhere. The need for survival, physical, financial security, and self-sufficiency, and income, food, clothing, shelter. You know, Uranus is like really waking us up that we need to discover new ways, okay, of managing resources, of earning our own income, of standing, you know, alone, becoming more self-sufficient, just like, and, you know, and really building our security on a real physical level. And yeah, it's a challenge, right? You know, I mean, and Mars, you know, moving through Virgo is just like, look at the details, look at the fine writing on the contracts you signed, you know, look at, you know, all the little nitty-gritty things, the food that you're eating, you know, the waste that you're producing. And it's just like, this is really a time where I feel like with Saturn stationary, Saturn is the great teacher, you know, and it's just like the teacher now is having us go sit in the corner, and we can go, but why? What did I do wrong? You go sit in the corner and figure it out, young person. The south node of the moon is our, you know, subconscious. It's our past lives. You know, it's our habitual patterns, responses, reactions, you know, just how we go about, you know, doing things. And so Saturn coming around is like, you know, wake up. The Lord of Karma says, what you're doing is creating karma, you know, and you're going to sit right here. It's like we're sitting at a red light that's broken. You know, you ever sit there at a broken red light and you're just sitting there forever and forever and forever. It's like, is this light ever going to change? Am I stuck here forever? Oh my God. Ah! So this is a little bit of what the mantra is about right now. You know, it's like we're all getting our noses rubbed in the poo, man. It's like, you know, don't do that again, and don't do that again, and you better do that right, and you better fix up that, and you better get that straight, and ay. And now, Mercury and Venus coming in to square those nodes. A square is a skip step. A square is like, this has got to happen. This, you got to do Mercury, Venus in Libra in order to move on with our lives. It's like we all have got to work it out together. I think it's great. I just posted this thing about these, you know, there's rebellions happening. You know, in Hong Kong, it's not only in Hong Kong, but now it's all over for climate change. You know, it's like, wake up, governments, wake up, you know, those that are supposed to be in charge for social justice. Social justice. And this is very powerful now because I didn't mention it in the aspects. But Black Moon Lilith goes into Aries today. And she's just going to go up to 5 degrees, say hello to Chiron, oppose the sun, and retrograde back into Pisces. So it's a Lilith Chiron week. Lilith Chiron getting together. And this is also part of this mantra. This Chiron is the wounded masculine. And we've all got this wounded masculine inside ourselves. And the masculine just wants to get its way. It wants to initiate, begin, charge, exert its power, conquer, compete, control, step up, and in a positive way, guard, protect, be strong. And Chiron is just like, you know, coming in here, and we're experiencing the wound of not being in control, of having Google or governments or family or tax people or, bankers or whatever, Netflix. I mean, it's just like anything. The corporations. It's just like this can be a time where so many of us feel powerless. And that feeling of powerlessness, like, what I want doesn't matter, what I say doesn't matter. It's like everything is spiraling out of control. The environment and the 5G and the technology and the money going to the rich and the poor. I mean, it's just like we can really get in a state with this Pluto, Capricorn, Saturn. And Saturn's coming back to hit Pluto again. But we're going to be feeling the crunch. We're going to be feeling the crunch of external authority trying to run and dominate, manipulate, and control. And this, to me, the Sun moving into Libra, Mercury, Venus squaring the nodes in Saturn in Libra, says we need to stand up for justice, fairness, equality. We need to really have our voices heard. This is Mercury. And it's beautiful that it can be done in a peaceful, Venus, diplomatic way. Doesn't necessarily need to lead to violence. In fact, we can step up and expect or demand, right, this social justice. Balance the scales. Okay, between the rich and the poor, the have and the have-nots, the strong and the weak, the masculine and the feminine, and even within our own relationships. Let's get personal now. This is also a time where we're going to be, the Sun moves into Libra. The focus for the next couple months is on relationships, whether personal or business. This is a time where we need to communicate. We need to bond together. Our power, our light, our solar direction now is about connection. Connecting. And the Sun going in there, I got this bug flying all over. Did you see him? Here he goes. I'm connecting with the bug. Anyway, yeah, we need to connect together. We need to come together. And it can be a little bit on the, how can I say, tough side. Intentional dialogue. Like talking about, what really matters, what's really I'm concerned about, who's in control, who's making the decisions, who's driving the relationship, is it equal, are we doing Aries, Libra? Are we balancing, our need for freedom and self-expression and independence and having our own lives and doing relationship and partnership? Or are each of us, really caught in our own, self-centered needs and issues? Or are we overly codependent? Like we can't do anything, we can't say anything, we can't go anywhere, we can't, without approval or, the partnership, and oh my God, what's going to happen to the partnership? And blah, 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 blah. So these are the conversations that really need to be happening because Saturn is about control. Capricorn, Saturn, control. Right? And also what? Integrity. Coming into integrity. And this Jupiter finishing the square to Neptune. You remember I said that Jupiter-Neptune square for this year of 2019 was deciphering what is true and making it you. There's been lots of deceit, lots of illusion, lots of false realities crumbling down, and Saturn's coming around to make sure all illusion dies. And sometimes that can feel like all of our dreams are dying, I mean, it's just like Neptune is dreams and illusion. The tricky part is figuring out which is which. Yeah. Ow! Was that a dream or was that an illusion? You know, is that where I'm headed? Is that a possibility? Is that where we're going? Like, yeah? Or is that just, you know, positive thinking and hopeful wishing and, you know, innocent, you know, fantasizing? So Jupiter is now, you know, it's moving away from that third quarter square. You know, it's been 9 years, okay, really since 2010. Jupiter hit that Neptune and has gone all the way around, and it really brings in the third quarter square's consciousness. And it's just a matter of how much consciousness can you take. Sometimes it's nice to go unconscious once in a while, man. You know, have a joke, have a party, relax, let go. And, you know, and this has just been Virgo, Saturn, Capricorns, you know, just like on it, on it, on it, on it. Ah! It's enough to make you want to jump and shout. And I think this is a good way to deal with it. When you feel suppressed, and we can be feeling suppressed now and overwhelmed, you know, like do this and go there and say that and finish that and wrap that and, you know, get this job out the door and get this ready. And I mean, the demands, the expectations, the millstones around our necks, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. It's heavy, man. And we are all, as human beings, justified in feeling weighed down, irritable, frustrated, and wanting to take that millstone and heave it. Take that millstone and heave it. Get it off. Get it out. The native indigenous people, you know, in America used to dig a hole and scream and shout and give their frustration and give their emotional, you know, anger and issues back to the Great Mother. She can handle it. She can take it. It's all right. And I encourage you, you know, like right now, I think we should all give a great big shout. I mean, it's just really, and like I say, you know, it's, if only to hear myself roar. It's like, you know, just to feel the passion, feel the power. Put your heart and your soul and your juice and your, you know, your kundalini, your chi energy, and give a great shout. It's really healthy. This is a good way of releasing tension, frustration, irritability, and then you can go back to work. Reminds me of some like show I saw or something where they would like go into the bathroom, and then come back out and calmly sit at their computer. You know, it's just like, wow. Please, North Node in Cancer, we need to feel our feelings. And our feelings can be feeling pretty damn frustrated right now. There can be a lot of grief. It's a lot of letting go of the past, breaking old patterns. Saturn is taking it away. It's not taking away this bug though, man. Get the bleep. I could get pissed off at the bug. Get out of here. Yeah, right. Find a bug and yell at it. They probably really don't care. I know this, you know, this guy, you see him, you know, he's just like having a heyday, man. Anyway, let's wrap it up, knock it off, huh? When I feel overwhelmed, a victim with no control, I need to get up, get out, and shout, if only to hear myself roar. Yeah! Ow! Ow! Let it out. Right here, right now. Go on. Who cares? Come on. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah! Ah! When I feel overwhelmed, a victim with no control, I need to get up, get out, and shout, if only to hear myself roar. Give a great big roar today, and a great big roar this week. Lilith will come around. She is the Kundalini life force, and she's coming around to Chiron to heal the wound, yeah, of impotency and feeling impotent and feeling powerless. She's going to give that Chiron a message, and that message is, we are not powerless. We need to get in touch with that power on a deeper level and let it frickin' roar. Namaste. Aloha. So much love. Yeah, you might also have to tell somebody to go jump in the lake. That might be your Venus. You can do it in a nice way, but it's like, you know what? Go jump in the lake. I can't jump in the lake, but I'll tell you what, I am definitely gonna jump right down there into that frickin' river. Oh yeah.